Winning against all odds isn't about luck. It's about unwavering determination and belief in yourself. Success is not determined by the obstacles you face, but by your refusal to give up. True strength is not found in avoiding struggles, but in conquering them. No matter how impossible they seem, life is full of challenges. We all face them, but what sets the successful apart is not that they never experience hardship. It's that they don't give up when things get tough. They find strength in their struggles, they learn from their failures, and they keep pushing forward, even when the world tells them to quit. So if you've ever felt like giving up, if you've ever felt like the world is against you, then this is for you. In this video, we'll talk about how you can face life's toughest moments, take control, and turn every obstacle into an opportunity. You don't have to let the challenges define you. You can rise above them and create your own success, no matter what stands in your way. So if you're ready to push through, unlock your potential, and finally take charge of your future, keep watching. Because the secret to winning against all odds starts with the belief that you can, and I'm here to show you exactly how. Let's dive in. Number 1. Take control of your life and never back down. Taking full responsibility for your life. The moment you decide to take control is the moment you stop letting things happen to you. You stop waiting for permission. You stop letting the world dictate your future. You take charge of your circumstances and make your own path. It's not about waiting for the right moment or for things to line up perfectly. It's about committing to your success, regardless of what the world is doing around you. So what does it mean to take control of your life? It means waking up every morning, knowing that you are the one in charge. It means taking full responsibility for your decisions, your actions, and your results. No more blaming others. No more complaining. When you take control, you realize that you're the only one who can change your future. Your past doesn't define you. Your circumstances don't define you. You get to define you. It doesn't matter where you are right now. It doesn't matter how tough things seem. What matters is your mindset. Are you going to let your challenges stop you, or are you going to let them fuel your drive to succeed? No one else can do this for you. You have to take that first step and say, I'm in control of my life. I will not let anything or anyone determine my future. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that success is a result of luck or privilege. It's easy to look at someone who's made it and assume they had it easier than you. But the truth is, no one gets to the top by waiting for things to happen. Everyone who has ever succeeded has made the choice to take control. They didn't sit back and wait for the stars to align. They didn't wait for someone to hand them a chance. They fought for it. They made their own opportunities. They took control of their lives no matter how difficult it was. Taking control means being accountable for your choices. It means not blaming others for your situation. Not blaming your job, your family, your environment, or anything else. The only person responsible for where you are today is you. If you're not where you want to be, then you need to change your approach. Success doesn't come to those who are looking for excuses. It comes to those who are looking for solutions. The moment you stop looking outside for reasons why you're not where you want to be and start looking inside for what you can do to change, that's when things begin to shift. Let me make it clear. It's not easy. Taking control of your life doesn't mean it's all going to be smooth sailing. In fact, it will be one of the hardest things you'll ever do. You will face obstacles. You will encounter setbacks. You will face moments of doubt. But when you take control, you're saying, I'm not backing down. No matter how hard it gets, I'll keep pushing. It's this attitude, this mindset, that will set you apart from the crowd. The ones who win are the ones who keep going when everyone else quits. Now here's the important part. You have to be intentional. Taking control doesn't mean just going through the motions. It doesn't mean letting life happen to you and reacting to everything. It means taking deliberate, focused action every single day. You don't wait for things to come to you. You go after what you want. You make a plan. You take action and you hold yourself accountable. You have to treat your future as a non-negotiable. If you want something, you take the necessary steps to get it. Every day, without fail. When you take control of your life, you stop waiting for motivation to strike. Motivation is fleeting. Some days you will feel energized. and other days you won't. That's just how life works. But when you take control, you don't rely on motivation. You rely on discipline. You rely on your commitment to your goals. You push yourself even on the days when you don't feel like it, because you know the future you're building is worth it. You can't expect success to just fall into your lap. You have to go after it. And when you do, you'll face resistance. You'll face challenges that might make you question your ability to keep going. But in those moments, remember this. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail isn't talent or intelligence. It's the willingness to push through, to take control, and to never back down. One of the hardest parts of taking control is letting go of the fear that holds you back. Fear is natural. We all experience it. But fear should never control you. It's easy to be afraid of failure, of rejection, of the unknown. But the truth is, fear is only powerful if you let it be. The moment you decide that fear will not dictate your actions, you reclaim your power. When you step out of your comfort zone, that's where the magic happens. That's where growth happens. That's where success happens. You have to be willing to step into the unknown. You have to be willing to make decisions that might feel risky. You can't let fear hold you back from going after what you want. The greatest things in life lie on the other side of fear. But you'll never get there if you let fear control your decisions. When you take control, you act in spite of fear. You use it as fuel, not a roadblock. Taking control also means taking ownership of your time. Time is the most valuable resource you have. And once it's gone, you can't get it back. So many people waste time waiting for the right moment, waiting for things to happen, waiting for someone to come along and give them the life they want. But the truth is, the right moment is now. The time is now. You can't afford to wait. You have to be intentional with every moment. Your future depends on how you use your time today. Start by setting clear, achievable goals. You can't take control if you don't know where you're headed. Without a clear vision of your goals, you're just drifting. But when you set specific goals, you have a roadmap for your life. You have a destination. And every decision you make moves you closer to that destination. The clearer you are about where you want to go, the easier it becomes to take control and take the necessary steps. Taking control doesn't mean doing everything alone. It means surrounding yourself with people who support your vision. You can't succeed by yourself. No one ever does. You need a community of like-minded individuals who will encourage you, challenge you, and help you grow. Find mentors. Find a team. Find people who will push you to be your best. You don't have to do everything on your own, but you do have to take ownership of your decisions. The reality is that your future is not going to look like everyone else's future. The moment you decide to take control, you will be different. People may doubt you. People may not understand your vision. And that's okay. You don't need everyone's approval. The only approval you need is your own. And when you take control of your life, you'll find that the opinions of others fade away. What matters is your commitment to your own success. When you start to take control, you will begin to see results. You'll start to feel a sense of purpose and direction that you didn't have before. You'll start to build momentum, and that momentum will carry you through the tough times. The more you take control, the more you realize that you are the creator of your own life. Your decisions shape your future. Your actions create your results. Taking control also means letting go of the past. You can't change what's already happened. You can't undo the mistakes you've made, but you can learn from them. The past does not define you. What defines you is how you show up today. It's how you decide to take control of your life. No matter where you've been or what you've been through, the past is a lesson, not a life sentence. So right now, make the decision that you are going to take control. Don't wait for things to get better. Don't wait for the stars to align. Take control of your thoughts, your actions, your goals, and your time. Take ownership of your life. Don't let fear, doubt, or procrastination stop you. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the decision to take control. Remember, it's not the easy road that gets you there. It's the willingness to show up every day, to keep pushing forward, and to never back down when things get tough. The winners are the ones who refuse to quit. The winners are the ones who refuse to let life's challenges keep them down. The winners are the ones who take control of their destiny. That can be you. but only if you decide right now that you will not back down. No matter what, you have the power. It's time to take control and never look back. Number 2, face challenges head on and turn them into opportunities. When you face challenges in life, it's not the challenge itself that defines you, it's how you respond to it. Every single challenge that you encounter is an opportunity waiting to be seized. You see, challenges are not barriers that stop you from moving forward. They are stepping stones that, if embraced, can lead you to growth, strength, and success. So instead of avoiding challenges, you need to start facing them head on and looking for the opportunities they present. This shift in mindset is what separates those who are successful from those who remain stuck. The truth is, challenges are inevitable. No one gets to sail through life without facing difficult situations. Life will throw curveballs, setbacks, and moments of adversity your way, and that's just part of being human. But here's the thing. The most successful people don't back away when things get hard. They dive in, they tackle the issue, and they turn those obstacles into fuel for their success. So why is it so important to face challenges head on? The answer is simple. Growth. When you face challenges, you grow stronger. You develop resilience. You develop the problem-solving skills that will serve you not just in this moment but for the rest of your life. Challenges force you to think critically, to adapt, and to become more resourceful than you ever thought possible. When you avoid them, you miss the chance to grow. You miss the opportunity to learn. And ultimately, you miss the chance to achieve your full potential. The key here is not to see challenges as something to fear or something to avoid. Challenges are the very things that prepare you for success. They are the building blocks of greatness. Think about the most successful people in the world, whether it's in business, sports, or any other field. They didn't get to where they are by running away from challenges. They got there by facing those challenges head on, learning from them, and turning them into stepping stones. When you face a challenge, your first response might be to feel overwhelmed, frustrated, or even defeated. That's normal. We're all human. But what separates those who succeed from those who don't is their ability to refocus. Instead of focusing on the difficulty of the situation, they focus on the solution. They focus on what they can do to overcome the challenge. This is where the opportunity lies. Every challenge, no matter how tough, contains an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to move forward. The real question is, will you take it? This mindset shift, seeing challenges as opportunities, is crucial. You must recognize that every challenge holds a valuable lesson. Think about the obstacles you've faced in your life up until this point. When you look back, can you see how each one, no matter how difficult, made you stronger? You learned something from it. Maybe it was a lesson about resilience, about creativity, or about problem solving. Maybe it taught you the importance of perseverance, or how to communicate more effectively. These lessons, these opportunities, shape you into the person you are becoming. But here's the catch. To truly turn challenges into opportunities, you need to stay calm in the face of adversity. The best way to handle any difficult situation is with clarity and focus. When faced with a problem, it's easy to panic, to feel like it's the end of the road. But if you can take a step back, breathe, and gather your thoughts, you'll be able to find a solution. It's about remaining composed, no matter what comes your way. One of the most powerful things you can do when faced with a challenge is to ask yourself this question: what can I learn from this? Every challenge is a lesson in disguise. If you are willing to approach each obstacle with a mindset of curiosity and growth, you will quickly see the opportunities hidden within. Ask yourself how you can improve, what you can do differently, and how this situation can make you better. The more you do this, the more you'll develop the ability to turn any challenge into an opportunity for growth. A big part of facing challenges head on is developing the right attitude. It's about choosing to approach adversity with a positive mindset. This doesn't mean ignoring the difficulty of the situation, but rather acknowledging it and choosing to believe that you can handle it. Believe in your own ability to overcome obstacles. You've done it before, and you can do it again. You have the strength inside you. Sometimes, all you need is to remind yourself of that strength. This kind of mindset doesn't just help you overcome challenges, it helps you thrive in the face of them. Think about the moments in your life where you were tested. When you faced those challenges with determination, with grit, and with a focus on turning them into opportunities, you came out stronger. You came out wiser, and you came out more capable of taking on the next challenge. When you face challenges with the right attitude, they no longer seem like roadblocks. They become opportunities to prove to yourself how capable you are. The next important step in turning challenges into opportunities is taking action. It's one thing to recognize that there is an opportunity within every challenge, but it's another thing to actually do something about it. Taking action is the bridge between awareness and success. When you face a challenge, don't wait for someone else to fix it for you. Don't sit around hoping that the situation will improve on its own. Take control, find a solution, make a plan, and take action. Even if it's just one small step, keep moving forward. The act of doing something will always make you feel more in control, and it will help you navigate through the difficulty with greater clarity. You can't afford to stay stagnant. You can't afford to dwell on the negative aspects of the challenge. Instead, move forward. Progress, even if it's small, is better than no progress at all. Don't let fear paralyze you. Don't let uncertainty hold you back. By taking action, you shift your mindset from being a victim of your circumstances to becoming the creator of your outcomes. The more action you take, the more opportunities you will create for yourself. Another essential part of turning challenges into opportunities is maintaining a long-term perspective. It's easy to get bogged down by short-term difficulties, but remember, challenges are just part of the process. Success is a journey, not a destination. Every challenge you face is a lesson in your journey. When you approach challenges with a long-term perspective, you'll see them for what they really are: temporary setbacks that are necessary for your growth. The more you embrace this perspective, the less likely you'll be to give up when things get tough. You'll start to see challenges as opportunities for learning and growth, rather than as threats. Think about the times you've succeeded in life. Were those successes handed to you, or were they the result of overcoming difficulties? I bet that in every success story, you can point to at least one challenge that had to be conquered in order to get to the next level. You learned from that challenge, you adapted, and you emerged stronger than before. That's the power of facing challenges head-on. And here's something to keep in mind. You don't have to do it alone. There's strength in seeking support when facing challenges. Whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a professional, there are people who have walked the same path and who can offer guidance, encouragement, or just a listening ear. Don't be afraid to lean on others. There's no weakness in asking for help. In fact, it takes strength and wisdom to recognize that sometimes you need others to help you see things from a different perspective, or to provide you with the resources to overcome the challenge. As you continue to face challenges head-on and turn them into opportunities, you'll develop a powerful habit. You'll begin to see life, not as something that happens to you, but as something you actively shape. Every challenge you face is an opportunity for you to grow. Every setback is a chance to prove to yourself that you are capable. With each challenge, you become more resilient, more adaptable, and more prepared for the next step. So, the next time life throws you a challenge, don't run from it. Don't let it knock you down. Embrace it. Look for the opportunity in it. Stay calm. Take action. Ask yourself what you can learn from the experience. Keep a long-term perspective. And above all, believe in your ability to overcome whatever comes your way. When you do this, you will see that every challenge is not an obstacle, but a stepping stone on the path to success. You'll be stronger, smarter, and better equipped to handle whatever life throws at you. Challenges will no longer be your enemy. They will be your greatest teachers. And that's when you'll truly start winning against all odds.
Number 3. Believe in yourself, even when the world doubts you. Believing in yourself is one of the most powerful tools you can have in your arsenal. And yet, it's often the hardest thing to do when the world around you seems to question your worth, your abilities, and your potential. Everyone experiences doubt at some point, whether it's from others, circumstances, or even from within yourself. But the true measure of success is not determined by how others see you. It's determined by how you see yourself. When the world doubts you, it's your job to stand firm in your belief that you can achieve your goals, that you can push through, and that you can succeed despite the obstacles that lie ahead. Most people, when faced with negativity, doubt, and judgment from others, begin to second-guess themselves. It's easy to get discouraged when the people around you don't believe in your vision,
or when you face constant criticism. But here's the thing you have to remember. You don't need the world to believe in you. You need to believe in yourself. You don't need validation from anyone else to know that you are capable, that you are deserving of success, and that you have what it takes to make your dreams a reality. Think about this for a moment. Every single person who has ever achieved something great, whether in business, in sports, in art, or in life, has been doubted at some point. They faced criticism, skepticism, and rejection. And yet they kept going. They kept believing in themselves even when everyone else thought they were crazy, unqualified, or incapable. That is the key to winning against all odds. It's not about whether others believe in you, it's about whether you believe in yourself. Belief in yourself is not just a feel-good mantra, it's a necessity. It's the foundation on which all success is built. Without belief, you won't have the strength to keep going when things get tough. Without belief, you won't have the courage to take the first step, or to continue moving forward when everyone else tells you to stop. When you believe in yourself, you develop an unwavering confidence that allows you to face challenges head-on. You stop looking for permission, validation, or approval from others, and instead, you start relying on your own internal strength. Let's be clear. Belief in yourself is not about arrogance. It's not about thinking you're better than others, or that everything will be handed to you. Belief in yourself is about knowing that you are capable of doing the work, making the sacrifices, and pushing through when things get difficult. It's about having the inner conviction that you are worthy of your dreams, and that you are capable of achieving them, no matter how unlikely they may seem to others. When the world doubts you, it's natural to feel disheartened, but you must remember that doubt from others is a reflection of their limitations, not yours. People project their own fears, insecurities, and limitations onto others. When someone tells you that you can't do something, or that it's impossible, they are speaking from their own place of fear and small thinking. Their doubt is not a reflection of your potential. It's a reflection of their inability to see beyond their own comfort zone. You cannot allow their doubts to become your own. You will face people who will criticize your ideas, who will tell you that your dreams are too big, that you're not good enough, that you don't have the right experience, or that you're too young or too old. People will doubt you because they are uncomfortable with the possibility that you might actually succeed. They will doubt you because they are afraid of the changes that your success might bring. And that's okay. Their doubts don't define you. Instead of letting those doubts hold you back, use them as fuel. Let the world's doubt ignite your determination. When people say you can't, use it as a reason to prove them wrong. When others question your vision, remind yourself that your vision is yours alone. Only you can see the potential in what you're building. Only you can see the future that you are working towards. Your belief in yourself is your greatest weapon, and it's the thing that will carry you through the toughest times. It's also essential to understand that belief in yourself doesn't mean you won't experience moments of doubt. It doesn't mean you won't question yourself at times, or wonder if you're on the right path. That's part of the journey. Even the most successful people experience doubt from time to time. But what sets them apart is their ability to push through those moments and keep going. They don't let the doubts stop them. They acknowledge them, but they don't give them power. Belief in yourself means you keep moving forward, even when you feel unsure. Here's another important point. Belief in yourself is built through action. It's not enough to simply tell yourself that you believe in your potential. You must also show up every day and prove it through your actions. You build your belief by doing the work, by taking risks, by stepping out of your comfort zone, and by consistently pushing yourself to be better. Every time you take action, you reinforce your belief in yourself. You prove to yourself that you are capable, that you can handle challenges, and that you are moving closer to your goals. The more you act, the stronger your belief will become. One of the most powerful things you can do to build belief in yourself is to track your progress. Look at how far you've come, not just how far you have to go. Remind yourself of the obstacles you've already overcome. Celebrate the small victories along the way. When you focus on your progress, you'll begin to see how much you've already accomplished, and that will give you the confidence to keep going. Every step forward, no matter how small, is proof that you're capable of more than you realize. You must also surround yourself with people who believe in you,
When the world doubts you, it's essential to have a support system that uplifts you and encourages you to keep going. Seek out those who share your vision, who believe in your potential, and who will cheer you on even when things get tough. Don't let the negativity and doubt of others seep into your mind. Find those who will inspire you, motivate you, and remind you of your worth. You need people who will lift you up, not bring you down. But at the end of the day, even if everyone around you doubts you, even if the world tells you that it can't be done, it's your belief in yourself that will get you through. You must develop the strength to keep going, even when the odds are stacked against you. You must have the courage to trust yourself, to trust your abilities, and to trust your vision. No matter how many times you are told no, no matter how many doors are closed in your face, your belief in yourself must remain unwavering. When you believe in yourself, you stop seeking validation from others. You stop caring about what people think. You stop relying on external approval to feel worthy. Instead, you tap into your own inner strength and conviction. You start trusting your instincts. You make decisions based on what feels right to you, not based on what others expect or want from you. The more you trust yourself, the more your confidence will grow. Belief in yourself also means embracing failure. Failure is not the end. It's just a part of the process. Every successful person has failed, often multiple times, but they didn't let failure define them. They used it as a stepping stone. They learned from it, adjusted, and kept moving forward. When you believe in yourself, you see failure not as something to fear, but as an opportunity to learn and grow. You understand that failure is just feedback, not a permanent state. You know that every failure brings you one step closer to success. The journey to success is never linear. There will be ups and downs, twists and turns, but through it all, the one thing that will keep you moving forward is your belief in yourself. When you believe in yourself, nothing can stand in your way. You become unstoppable. You become resilient. You become the person who refuses to give up. No matter how tough things get, remember the world is not always going to support your dreams. People will doubt you. They will criticize you. They will tell you that you're wasting your time. But don't let that stop you. Let their doubts fuel your fire. Let their skepticism motivate you to prove them wrong. Believe in yourself, because at the end of the day, your belief is all that matters. If you believe in your potential, if you trust your abilities, and if you keep moving forward with confidence, there is nothing that can stop you.
Number 4, push through your fears and unlock your full potential. Fear is one of the most powerful forces in our lives. It can paralyze us, hold us back, and prevent us from achieving the greatness we are capable of. It can create doubt, uncertainty, and hesitation, leaving us stuck in the same place, unable to move forward. But here's the truth. Fear is not the enemy. Fear is not the thing that will ultimately determine whether you succeed or fail. It is your response to fear that will define your future. If you want to unlock your full potential, you must learn to push through fear. You must confront it head on, challenge it, and take action despite it. Every time you face fear and move forward anyway, you gain more confidence, more strength, and more power. The process of pushing through fear is not easy, but it is the key to becoming the person you were meant to be. Fear is something we all face. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do, or where you come from. Everyone experiences fear at some point. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown, and fear of success. These fears are a natural part of being human. But if you let them control you, they will keep you from stepping into your greatness. Fear will keep you small. It will keep you from taking risks, from going after what you really want, and from realizing your true potential. The first step to pushing through fear is to acknowledge that it exists. We all have fears, and pretending they don't exist doesn't make them go away. Denying fear only gives it more power. It's when we face fear, look it in the eye and say, "I'm going to move forward anyway," that we begin to take control. Fear thrives on avoidance. The longer you avoid confronting it, the bigger it becomes. But when you choose to face it, when you choose to step through it, you diminish its power over you. Fear will never go away entirely, but you can learn to live with it, to move past it, and to grow stronger because of it. The truth is, fear is often an illusion. It's based on the stories we tell ourselves about what might happen. We imagine the worst-case scenario and then we become paralyzed by it. But most of the time, the things we fear never actually come to pass. We spend all that energy worrying, stressing, and holding ourselves back, only to find out that the fear was never as bad as we thought it would be. When you push through fear, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. You prove that you can face the unknown, that you can handle rejection, and that you can succeed even when the odds seem stacked against you. When you push through your fears, you open up new possibilities for yourself. You begin to see opportunities where you once saw only obstacles. You start to take risks that you wouldn't have taken before, and you begin to realize that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Fear is like a wall in front of you. It seems massive, insurmountable, and intimidating. But when you push through it, you realize that the wall wasn't as strong as you thought. On the other side is freedom, growth, and the ability to unlock your full potential. One of the most important things to remember when you are facing fear is that growth never happens inside your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is a place of safety, but it's also a place of stagnation. If you want to grow, to become better, and to unlock your full potential, you must be willing to step outside of that zone. Every time you push past your comfort zone, you push through your fears. And every time you do, you take a step closer to becoming the person you are meant to be. It's also important to recognize that fear often comes with growth. As you start to take on bigger challenges, fear will show up more frequently. The more you push yourself, the more fear you'll encounter. But here's the key. Every time you feel that fear, know that you are on the right path. Fear is a signal that you are growing, that you are stretching yourself, and that you are stepping into a new version of yourself. Instead of running from fear, welcome it. Embrace it as a sign that you are moving in the right direction. One of the most powerful ways to push through fear is by taking small, consistent actions. When fear is overwhelming, it's easy to become paralyzed by the sheer size of the challenge in front of you. But the best way to face fear is by breaking it down into manageable steps. Start with small actions that move you in the direction you want to go. Each small step will build your confidence and reduce the fear. Over time, these small actions will compound, and before you know it, you will have pushed through the fear and achieved things you never thought possible. Another important factor in pushing through fear is developing resilience. Resilience is the ability to keep going in the face of adversity, to bounce back from setbacks, and to keep moving forward even when things don't go as planned. Life will throw challenges your way, and there will be times when fear tries to hold you back. But if you are resilient, you can keep moving through those fears, learning from your experiences, and becoming stronger as a result. Resilience is built over time. It comes from consistently pushing through the discomfort, facing the unknown, and taking action despite the fear. The more you do this, the more resilient you become, and the more resilient you are, the easier it will be to push through your fears in the future. Resilience doesn't mean that you won't feel fear. It means that you have the strength to keep going even when you do. It's about continuing to move forward even when the path seems unclear, and continuing to believe in your ability to succeed. Sometimes fear feels like it's coming from all directions. It might come from within, from your own doubts and insecurities. Or it might come from the outside, other people's judgments, criticisms, and negativity. But no matter where the fear is coming from, you must develop the ability to shut out the noise and stay focused on your vision. Your vision is your compass. It's what will guide you through the fear and toward your ultimate goals. When you know what you want and why you want it, the fear becomes easier to manage. When you face your fears, you begin to understand that you are in control. Fear may try to stop you, but it can't stop you unless you let it. Every time you take action, every time you push through, you reclaim your power. You regain control of your life, your decisions, and your future. And that's what truly unlocks your full potential. Your potential is not limited by fear. It is only limited by your willingness to face it and push through it. When you are ready to push through fear and unlock your full potential, you must embrace a mindset of courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the willingness to act in spite of fear. Courage is about taking the leap even when you're uncertain. It's about stepping into the unknown, trusting yourself, and believing that you have what it takes to succeed. Courage is the foundation of every great achievement.
Without courage, you will never take the risks necessary to unlock your true potential. Every time you face a fear, no matter how small or large, you develop courage. Each act of courage builds upon the last. And before you know it, you will look back and realize just how far you've come. You'll see that the fears that once seemed insurmountable were just stepping stones along the way to unlocking your full potential. Pushing through your fears is not an easy path, but it is the path to greatness. It is the path to discovering who you really are and what you are truly capable of. It is the path to unlocking your full potential and living the life you've always dreamed of. Fear may always be a part of the journey, but when you push through it, you begin to realize that it is not as powerful as you once thought. And as you continue to face fear head-on, you will unlock new levels of growth, strength, and potential that you never imagined possible.
Number 5. Embrace the struggle and let it fuel your success. Struggle is often seen as something to avoid or escape. It's natural to want an easy, smooth path in life, one without obstacles, setbacks, or challenges. But here's the truth that many people overlook. The struggle is not something to fear. The struggle is what shapes you, what strengthens you, and what ultimately leads to your success. Without the struggle, there would be no growth. Without adversity, there would be no achievement. Success is built on the foundation of overcoming difficulties, learning from failures, and pushing through the hard times. When you embrace the struggle, you shift your perspective. Instead of seeing challenges as roadblocks or signs that you should give up, you begin to see them as opportunities. Opportunities to grow, to evolve, and to become a better version of yourself. The struggle isn't a punishment or a sign of failure. It is an essential part of the journey. It is a teacher, guiding you to become stronger, smarter, and more capable than you were before. Every person who has ever achieved anything great has had to embrace the struggle. Whether it's in business, sports, art, or any other area of life, there are no shortcuts to success. The road to success is paved with challenges, and the only way to truly achieve greatness is to face those challenges head-on and let them fuel your drive to succeed. It's easy to want to quit when things get tough. It's easy to think that maybe you're not cut out for it, that the struggle is too much to bear. But here's the powerful truth. It's in those moments of struggle that you find out who you really are. You discover your true strength, your resilience, and your determination. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. And when you push through those moments, when you keep going despite the difficulties, that's when success is born. Embracing the struggle means understanding that challenges are a necessary part of your growth. It's not about avoiding pain or discomfort. It's about leaning into it, learning from it, and using it to drive you forward. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to learn something new about yourself. Each obstacle is a lesson in perseverance, resilience, and hard work. The more you face and overcome, the more capable you become of handling even bigger challenges. You become stronger with each struggle, and that strength is what fuels your success. Think about the last time you faced a challenge that seemed insurmountable. At first, it probably felt overwhelming. Maybe you wanted to quit, to walk away, to find an easier way. But if you stuck with it, if you kept pushing forward, you eventually realized that the struggle wasn't the enemy, it was the key to your growth. As you overcame that challenge, you gained new skills, new insights, and a deeper understanding of your capabilities. The struggle had made you better. It had made you stronger. This is the mindset you need to adopt if you want to achieve lasting success. Instead of seeing struggle as something to avoid, begin to see it as something to embrace. Understand that every setback, every failure, every tough moment is an opportunity to rise higher. It's not about avoiding the pain, it's about using that pain as fuel. Pain and struggle aren't signs that you should give up. They are signs that you are growing, evolving, and moving closer to your goals. Now, this doesn't mean you should welcome failure with open arms, or that you should seek out hardship for the sake of it. What it means is that you should stop running from difficulty. When you face challenges, instead of asking why it's happening to you, ask what it can teach you.
Ask how you can use this struggle to push you further, to make you stronger, and to bring you closer to the person you want to become. Every difficult moment in your life has a lesson hidden within it. It's up to you to find that lesson and use it to fuel your success. One of the most important things to realize is that the struggle isn't permanent. No matter how difficult things may seem, no matter how tough the road ahead may look, the struggle is always temporary. It's a phase that will eventually pass, but the growth that you experience because of it will last forever. When you push through, you come out on the other side, stronger, wiser, and more capable than before. You develop a new level of confidence, knowing that you have the strength to handle whatever challenges come your way, and that confidence is what propels you forward toward even greater success. Success isn't defined by how easy the journey is, it's defined by how you handle the difficulties that arise along the way. If you want to truly succeed, you have to learn to embrace the struggle, not run from it. You must understand that the difficult moments are the very moments that will shape your success. They will define your character, test your resolve, and show you what you're really made of. As you embrace the struggle, you'll find that it becomes easier to keep going, even when things get tough. The more you face, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you grow. The more you grow, the more you achieve. Every time you conquer a challenge, no matter how small, you unlock a new level of potential within yourself. That's the power of embracing the struggle. It fuels your success by helping you realize what you're capable of. Now, this doesn't mean you should expect things to be easy. You shouldn't expect every challenge to be simple, or every victory to come without hard work. But when you change your perspective and begin to see the struggle as part of the process, you'll find that the hard times don't seem so daunting anymore. You'll stop viewing struggle as an obstacle and start seeing it as a stepping stone toward your success. Another key element of embracing the struggle is understanding that failure is a part of success. Too often, people give up because they think failure is a sign that they are not meant for success. But failure is not the end. It is part of the journey. Every failure is a lesson in what doesn't work, a chance to learn, adapt, and try again. The more you fail, the more you learn, and the closer you get to success. Success isn't built on a perfect track record. It's built on persistence, resilience, and the willingness to keep going after every failure. You must be willing to fail if you want to succeed, and when you fail, you must be willing to get back up and try again. Don't let the fear of failure hold you back. Embrace it, learn from it, and use it to push you forward. Every time you embrace failure and keep going, you strengthen your ability to handle the next challenge that comes your way. Success comes from consistently showing up, even when things are tough. It's about continuing to work hard, stay focused, and push forward, no matter how many obstacles you face. The struggle is not something to fear. It's the very thing that will prepare you for the success you want. You see, there is no growth without struggle. There is no greatness without overcoming obstacles. The most successful people in the world are the ones who have faced the most significant challenges. They didn't give up when things got hard. They didn't let the difficulties stop them. Instead, they used the struggle to fuel their drive and determination. They used it to make them stronger, to push them further, and to get them closer to their goals. As you embrace the struggle, you will find that success starts to feel inevitable. Each time you face adversity and keep moving forward, you get closer to the success you desire. The struggle no longer feels like a burden. It feels like a catalyst for your success. It becomes a source of motivation, a reminder of your strength and resilience. And with each step, you unlock more of your potential. So when things get tough, don't run from the struggle. Embrace it, let it fuel your determination, your growth, and your success. Understand that every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. Every difficulty is a chance to rise higher, to become better, and to achieve what you once thought was impossible. Keep pushing forward, keep embracing the struggle, and you will find that success is not just something you can achieve. It's something that's waiting for you on the other side of every obstacle you face.
Number 6. Own your decisions and be accountable for your future. Every single one of us has a future ahead of us, one that is shaped by the decisions we make today. Our lives are not determined by what happens to us, but by how we choose to respond to those things. The truth is that we are the architects of our own future. We are the ones who decide where we go, what we do, and who we become. Every choice we make, every action we take, creates the path we walk down, and in the end we are fully responsible for the outcomes of those decisions. Owning your decisions is about taking full responsibility for your life and your actions. It's about acknowledging that you are in control of your destiny, and that the choices you make today will have a profound impact on the life you live tomorrow. It's about not blaming others, not making excuses, and not waiting for someone else to save you. It's about realizing that you have the power to shape your own future, and that the decisions you make today will determine the quality of your life tomorrow. Many people have a tendency to blame external circumstances for their problems. It's easy to point fingers at the economy, the government, your upbringing, or other people for the challenges you face. But the truth is, none of those things are responsible for where you are right now. It is your decisions that have brought you to this point. Every choice, no matter how small, has led you here. And if you want to change where you are, you must first change the decisions you are making. When you own your decisions, you stop being a victim of circumstance. You stop waiting for life to happen to you, and you start taking action. You begin to see yourself as the captain of your ship, steering it in the direction you want it to go. You recognize that the only way to create the life you want is to make intentional, conscious decisions that align with your goals and values. It's also important to understand that taking ownership of your decisions doesn't mean that everything will always go perfectly. You will make mistakes along the way, and you will encounter setbacks and challenges. But that's okay. Owning your decisions means being willing to accept the consequences of your choices, both the good and the bad. It means understanding that your mistakes are part of the journey, and that they are an opportunity for growth. Every misstep is a chance to learn, adjust, and become better. When you're accountable for your future, you stop making excuses. You stop blaming other people, circumstances, or the world for the things that aren't working in your life. Instead of saying it's not my fault, or I couldn't help it, you take full responsibility for your actions and their outcomes. You take ownership of both your successes and your failures, knowing that both are part of the process. Every victory is a result of the choices you've made, and every setback is an opportunity to learn and do better next time. This level of accountability is not always easy. It requires a shift in mindset, a shift from thinking of yourself as a passive observer of your life to thinking of yourself as an active participant, fully in control of the direction your life takes. It means stepping away from the role of the victim and stepping into the role of the creator. It means saying, this is my life, and I am responsible for where I am and where I am going. But this shift in mindset can be incredibly powerful. When you take ownership of your decisions, you begin to make better choices. You start thinking about the long-term consequences of your actions, instead of focusing only on short-term rewards. You begin to align your decisions with your values, your goals, and your vision for your future. And as you make better decisions, you begin to create the life you truly want to live. One of the key aspects of owning your decisions is being clear about your goals and your vision for the future. When you know where you want to go, it becomes easier to make decisions that will take you there. Without a clear sense of direction, it's easy to be swayed by other people's opinions, by distractions, or by short-term temptations. But when you have a clear vision, you can filter your decisions through that vision. You ask yourself, will this decision get me closer to my goals, or will it take me off course? And when you make decisions that align with your long-term vision, you create a future that reflects your true desires. Another important element of owning your decisions is being honest with yourself. This requires self-awareness, the ability to look at yourself objectively, and the courage to face the truth about where you are and how you got there. If you are stuck in a situation you don't like, ask yourself how you got there. What decisions did you make that led to this point? And more importantly, what decisions can you make moving forward to change your course? Being honest with yourself also means being willing to confront your fears, doubts, and insecurities. It's easy to make decisions based on what feels comfortable or familiar, but growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. If you want to change your life, you must be willing to step outside of your comfort zone, to make bold decisions that may feel uncomfortable or scary at first. But remember, the best decisions are often the ones that challenge you the most.
the ones that push you to grow and evolve into a better version of yourself. Taking responsibility for your future also means being proactive, not reactive. Instead of waiting for things to happen, you take action. You don't sit back and hope for the best. You actively create the best. You set goals, make plans, and then take consistent action toward those goals every day. You don't wait for the perfect moment because you understand that there will never be a perfect moment. The perfect moment is the one you create by taking action now. It's easy to procrastinate, to put things off, and to make excuses. But when you own your decisions, you recognize that procrastination is just another form of avoidance. It's a way of delaying responsibility, and it only delays the results you want to achieve. The longer you wait, the longer it will take to get where you want to go. But when you take responsibility for your actions and your future, you move forward, even if the steps are small. You make progress every day, and that progress adds up over time. Owning your decisions also means being accountable to others. It's about being honest, transparent, and responsible, not just to yourself, but to the people who depend on you. Whether it's your family, your coworkers, your friends, or your community, the choices you make impact those around you. When you take responsibility for your decisions, you recognize that your actions have consequences that affect others. This means being accountable to the people who care about you and who are invested in your success. Accountability is powerful because it creates a sense of responsibility that pushes you to act with integrity. When you know that others are counting on you to follow through on your commitments, it gives you extra motivation to stay focused and do what you say you will do. Accountability makes you more reliable, more trustworthy, and more disciplined. One of the most powerful aspects of owning your decisions is the freedom that comes with it. When you take responsibility for your actions, you stop being at the mercy of external circumstances. You realize that you are the one in control of your future. You have the power to create the life you want, and this sense of control brings an immense sense of freedom. It means that no matter what happens in the world around you, you are the one who gets to decide how you respond. You are the one who gets to decide what your future looks like. This freedom is empowering. It gives you the strength to take bold actions, to make decisions that align with your deepest values, and to create a life that is truly your own. Finally, owning your decisions and being accountable for your future requires a commitment to continuous improvement. It's not enough to make one good decision and think that's enough. You must commit to growing, learning, and improving every day. The more you learn, the better decisions you can make. The more you grow, the more capable you become of handling life's challenges and creating the future you want. This commitment to growth is what will carry you forward and help you create the life of your dreams.
Number 7. Stay focused on your vision no matter the obstacles. These are the words that can make or break the trajectory of your life. Many people drift through life without a clear vision of where they want to go. They lack focus and wander aimlessly, responding to circumstances rather than proactively shaping their future. They let distractions, setbacks, and obstacles dictate their path. And while it's easy to get caught up in the busyness of life, the truth is, without focus, without a clear vision, you're simply wandering through life hoping things will work out. They won't. Not unless you choose to make them work. The key to achieving anything great is staying focused on your vision, regardless of the challenges or obstacles that come your way. You must remain clear about what you want to accomplish and be relentless in your pursuit of it. Life will throw many distractions your way. Obstacles will appear when you least expect them, and people will try to derail you. But none of this matters unless you allow it to. When you stay focused on your vision, you are in control. Having a vision is crucial because it serves as your compass. It tells you where you're going and gives you a reason to keep going when things get tough. Without it, you're left to wander aimlessly, reacting to whatever life throws your way. But with a vision, you create a roadmap for your life. You know what you want to achieve, you know where you want to go, and you're not swayed by what others think or by the temporary discomforts of the journey. You are focused on the destination, and that destination is always clearer than the temporary challenges you might face along the way. Staying focused on your vision isn't always easy. It requires discipline, clarity, and persistence. The world is filled with distractions. It's easy to get sidetracked by things that don't serve your long-term goals. Friends, social media, daily distractions, and even unexpected life events can pull you away from what truly matters.
But the most successful people are the ones who are able to block out the noise and stay focused on their vision. They know that the road to success isn't a straight path. There will be twists, turns, setbacks, and challenges. But they keep going, eyes fixed on the prize. The obstacles you face are part of the journey. When you face challenges, remember that they aren't there to stop you. They're there to test your commitment. How badly do you want it? How determined are you to reach your goal? If your vision isn't clear, if your focus isn't strong enough, you'll easily be knocked off course. But when you have a deep understanding of your vision and a relentless commitment to it, no obstacle is too great. Every hurdle becomes an opportunity to prove to yourself that you are willing to do whatever it takes to succeed. A clear vision keeps you grounded during the difficult times. When life gets tough, it's easy to lose sight of your purpose. The distractions, the negative feedback from others, the constant barrage of things demanding your attention, these can all start to take over if you let them. But your vision is the anchor that holds you steady. When everything else seems uncertain, your vision remains constant, a guiding light that keeps you on course. It's like a lighthouse that shows you where to go when the storm clouds are thick and the waters are rough. Staying focused on your vision is not about ignoring the challenges you face. It's about understanding that they are temporary. When you have a vision, you understand that obstacles are part of the process. They're the tests that determine whether you are truly committed to your goals or not. People who give up when they face challenges were never truly committed to their vision. It's easy to get excited about something at first, but the real work begins when the initial excitement fades and the obstacles start to appear. That's when focus and vision are truly put to the test. One of the biggest challenges in staying focused is the temptation to quit. When things get tough, when the road gets hard, quitting seems like the easiest option. You might think, this isn't worth it, or maybe I'm not cut out for this. But quitting is the most dangerous decision you can make because it removes your chance of success. The path to success is rarely smooth. It's paved with challenges and obstacles. But if you give up, you forfeit any chance of reaching the end of the road. Staying focused on your vision means pushing through those tough moments and reminding yourself why you started in the first place. When you encounter obstacles, ask yourself, why did I start this journey? Focus on the reasons that inspired you to take action. Whether it's to build a business, to achieve a personal goal, or to become the best version of yourself, your vision should be the fuel that drives you forward. Reconnect with the deep why behind your vision, the reason it matters to you. The clearer and stronger your why, the easier it will be to stay focused on your vision when obstacles arise. In addition to your why, it's crucial to break your vision down into smaller actionable steps. Large long-term goals can seem overwhelming, and when faced with a huge mountain, it's easy to get discouraged. But when you break down that mountain into smaller manageable steps, it becomes easier to climb. Each step you take gets you closer to your ultimate vision, and when you accomplish one small step, it motivates you to keep going. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Celebrate the small victories along the way, and use them as fuel to keep pushing forward. Another key to staying focused on your vision is surrounding yourself with the right people. The people you spend time with have a huge impact on your mindset and your ability to stay focused. Negative people, naysayers, and those who lack ambition can derail your focus and distract you from your vision. On the other hand, surrounding yourself with supportive, like-minded individuals who are also pursuing their own goals can keep you motivated and inspired. These people will encourage you when things get tough, remind you of your potential, and push you to stay focused on your vision. Your environment plays a huge role in staying focused. Create a space that supports your vision. Whether it's a physical environment, like your home or office, or a mental environment, like the way you organize your time and energy, you must set up your surroundings in a way that fosters your success. Get rid of distractions, make your goals visible, and structure your time so that it aligns with your vision. When your environment reflects your goals, it becomes much easier to stay focused on what really matters. Being laser focused on your vision also means saying no to things that don't serve your purpose. It's easy to say yes to every opportunity that comes your way, especially when you're excited about your goals. But not every opportunity is aligned with your vision. Saying yes to everything will distract you from what truly matters. You must learn to say no to things that don't align with your goals,
and to protect your time and energy. Saying no is a form of self-respect, and it's necessary if you want to stay focused on what matters most. Throughout your journey, you will encounter people who doubt you. There will be critics, naysayers, and those who try to steer you off course. But staying focused on your vision means not allowing these opinions to derail you. Critics are often the ones who have never pursued their own dreams, and who don't understand the work and sacrifice that goes into achieving success. Their negativity can be a distraction, but you don't need to internalize it. Instead, use their doubt as fuel to keep proving them wrong. Let their skepticism inspire you to stay focused and to prove that your vision is possible. When you encounter setbacks, remember that failure is part of the process. It's not an indication that your vision isn't meant to be, it's simply a lesson that will get you closer to success. Every successful person has failed at some point. What separates those who succeed from those who don't is their ability to keep going after failure. They stay focused on their vision and refuse to let failure stop them. They learn from their mistakes and keep moving forward with greater determination. Staying focused on your vision also means maintaining patience. Success doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and consistency. Sometimes the results aren't immediate, and the journey might feel long and difficult. But if you stay focused and remain committed to the process, you will eventually reap the rewards. Trust that every step you take, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to your ultimate vision.
Number 8. Break through limitations and create your own path. We often find ourselves held back by invisible barriers. Limitations that seem insurmountable, obstacles that make us feel like we're stuck, whether they are self-imposed beliefs, societal expectations, or circumstances beyond our control. These limitations can keep us from reaching our full potential. But here's the truth. Limitations are not permanent unless you allow them to be. You have the power to break through any limitation and create your own path. Every successful person, at some point, faced limitations. But what separates them from the rest of us is how they responded to those limitations. They didn't accept them as barriers. They saw them as challenges to be overcome. They understood that the only limits that truly exist are the ones we place on ourselves. And once they broke through those barriers, they found their own way, carving paths that others couldn't even imagine. Breaking through limitations starts with recognizing that they exist in your mind. Most of the time, limitations are not physical. They're mental. They come from the stories we tell ourselves. We believe we can't do something because we've been told we can't, or because we've failed in the past. These mental limitations hold us back and prevent us from seeing the opportunities that are right in front of us. The first step in breaking through any limitation is understanding that it's only as powerful as you allow it to be. Ask yourself, what are the stories I've been telling myself? What beliefs have I been carrying around that are limiting my potential? These could be thoughts like, I'm not good enough, I'm too old, I don't have the resources, or I'm not smart enough. These beliefs have been shaped by your past experiences, or what others have said about you, but they are not your truth. Your truth is that you have the ability to do whatever you set your mind to. And the moment you challenge these limiting beliefs, you start breaking down the walls that are holding you back. The next step is to challenge your fears. Fear is the root cause of many limitations. We fear failure. We fear judgment. We fear the unknown. But what we often fail to realize is that fear is simply an emotion. It's not a fact. Fear doesn't control us unless we allow it to. When you learn to face your fears head on, they lose their power over you. Fear doesn't go away, but it becomes manageable. It becomes something that you can use to fuel your drive, rather than something that holds you back. The key to breaking through limitations is not avoiding fear, but embracing it. Every time you step into the unknown, every time you do something that scares you, you are expanding your limits. You are showing yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. You are stretching your boundaries and pushing the envelope on what you thought was possible. The more you do this, the more you realize that your limitations were just a figment of your imagination, something you created for yourself that can be uncreated in an instant. Creating your own path requires you to embrace discomfort. The world is full of people who follow the crowd, who do what is expected, who play it safe. But you are not like everyone else. You are someone who refuses to be boxed in, someone who is willing to take risks and step off the beaten path. The comfort zone is where growth goes to die. If you want to create a new path, you must first be willing to leave behind the safety of the familiar. This requires courage, a willingness to step into uncertainty, and a belief in your ability to navigate the unknown. The most successful people didn't create their own paths by doing what everyone else was doing. They did it by thinking differently. They asked themselves, what if? They questioned the status quo and dared to see the world in a new light. Instead of accepting the way things were, they created their own way. And you can do the same, but you must be willing to think outside the box, to challenge norms, and to push boundaries, to break through limitations, and create your own path. You also have to be prepared for failure. Failure is often seen as a limitation, but it's actually one of the greatest tools for growth. When you fail, you learn. You gain valuable insights that make you stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Failure is not something to be feared. It's something to embrace. It's a sign that you are pushing your limits, trying new things, and moving forward. The people who are afraid of failure are the ones who will never break through their limitations because they are too busy playing it safe. Success doesn't come without setbacks, but each setback is a lesson, and every lesson brings you closer to success. Another important aspect of breaking through limitations is setting bold goals. When you set goals that are outside of your comfort zone, you force yourself to grow. You force yourself to think bigger, act bolder, and push yourself harder. But these goals have to be more than just wishes. They need to be actionable, clear, and measurable. Breaking through limitations requires you to take deliberate, consistent action. It's not enough to just hope for change. You have to work for it. You must commit to the journey and stay focused on your goals, even when things get tough. It's also crucial to recognize that creating your own path often means going against the grain. When you choose to do something different, when you create your own path, you will encounter resistance. People will question your choices. They will doubt your ability to succeed, and they may even try to discourage you. But this is where the power of your vision comes into play. If you are clear about your purpose and your goals, the opinions of others will not affect you. You have to be strong enough to stand firm in your convictions and keep moving forward, even when others don't understand your choices. Your path is yours to create, and while it's easy to look at others who seem to have it all figured out, you must remember that they are not you. Your journey is unique. Your struggles, your strengths, your vision, they are unique to you. When you compare your journey to others, you limit yourself. You must stop looking for validation from others and start trusting your own instincts. Trust that the path you are creating is the right one for you, even if no one else understands it. In the end, you are the one who has to walk it. Surround yourself with people who encourage your growth, who push you to think bigger, and who believe in your potential. Creating your own path can feel isolating at times, but it doesn't have to be. You don't need to walk this journey alone. Find people who support your vision, and who will help you stay motivated when things get tough. These people will remind you of your potential when you feel like giving up, and they will celebrate your victories with you when you succeed. Breaking through limitations also requires an unwavering belief in yourself. This belief is the foundation upon which everything else is built. If you don't believe in your ability to overcome obstacles, you will never be able to break through them. Your belief in yourself must be stronger than any external limitation, any obstacle, or any setback. It's what will keep you going when times are tough. It's what will push you through when you feel like quitting. The strongest people are the ones who believe in themselves, even when no one else does. Creating your own path is a continuous process. There's no finish line where you can stop and say, "I've made it." Life is constantly changing, and you will always be faced with new challenges and new opportunities to grow. But each time you break through a limitation, you become more confident, more capable, and more prepared for the next step. You build momentum, and with every obstacle you overcome, you move one step closer to becoming the person you were always meant to be. Remember, limitations are only what you allow them to be. They are not permanent. They are not obstacles that define who you are. They are simply challenges that can be overcome with the right mindset, the right actions, and the right belief in yourself. You are the one who decides how far you can go. So take the steps necessary to break through your limitations and create your own path. It's your life. It's your journey.
and you have everything it takes to succeed.
Number 9. Keep moving forward when everyone else gives up. There will be moments when the going gets tough. There will be times when everyone around you seems to give up. When the people who started the journey with you have turned back. And when the world feels like it's pressing down on you. But here's the thing. The true test of strength is not how you respond when everything is going well, but how you respond when everything is going wrong. The key to winning against all odds is to keep moving forward when everyone else gives up. When life challenges you, when the road gets rough, when failure seems inevitable, that's when your resolve is truly tested. It's easy to keep going when things are smooth, when success is just around the corner, and when you're feeling on top of the world. But what separates those who achieve greatness from those who give up is the ability to push forward when it feels like everything is falling apart. The temptation to quit will be strong. You'll feel exhausted, frustrated, and overwhelmed. You'll look around and everyone else seems to be giving up. So why should you keep going? You might feel like you're the only one still fighting, the only one still pushing. It can be a lonely feeling, but that's when you need to remind yourself of one fundamental truth. Just because everyone else is giving up doesn't mean you have to. In fact, it's often at these moments when your breakthrough is just around the corner. You have to understand that success doesn't come to those who take the easy road. It doesn't come to those who quit when it's hard. Success comes to those who keep going when everyone else has thrown in the towel. It comes to those who refuse to let failure define them, who refuse to be stopped by setbacks, and who push forward even when all the signs tell them to quit. When you keep moving forward, even when it feels impossible, that's when you're positioning yourself for success. We live in a world where instant gratification is the norm. People expect results quickly, and when they don't see immediate progress, they give up. They think success should happen fast, and when it doesn't, they quit. But true success is never instant. It's built over time through hard work, persistence, and the ability to keep going when the going gets tough. The path to success is often long and difficult, and there will be moments when it feels like you're not making any progress at all. But you have to keep moving forward anyway. There are countless stories of people who achieved greatness simply because they refused to give up. Think about Thomas Edison, who failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Imagine if he had given up after the first failure or the 100th failure. The world would be a very different place today. But he didn't give up. He kept moving forward. He saw every failure as a step closer to success. He understood that the only way to fail is to stop trying. When you keep moving forward, even when everyone else is ready to quit, you build resilience. You learn how to push through difficult situations, how to adapt, how to bounce back from setbacks. You become stronger, wiser, and more capable of handling future challenges. And each time you overcome an obstacle, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. You learn that failure is not the end. It's just part of the journey. There will be moments when you feel like giving up. You'll encounter obstacles that seem insurmountable, setbacks that make you question whether it's worth it, and challenges that feel too big to overcome. But when you feel like giving up, that's when you need to dig deep. That's when you need to remind yourself why you started this journey in the first place. Remember your vision. Remember your goals. Remember the dream that pushed you to begin in the first place. You are not defined by your setbacks. You are defined by how you respond to them. When everyone else gives up, that's your chance to rise. That's your opportunity to separate yourself from the crowd. It's your moment to prove to yourself and the world that you will not be stopped. The key to success is not in avoiding failure, but in how you handle failure. It's not in never facing difficulties, but in how you deal with them. Life is going to test you. It's going to push you to your limits. But you are stronger than you think. You have the power to keep moving forward, even when everyone else gives up. There's a saying that goes, "It's always darkest before the dawn." What this means is that the hardest part of the journey often comes just before you experience your breakthrough. When you feel like you can't go any further, when you feel like you're at the end of your rope, that's often when your greatest opportunity is waiting for you. But you have to keep going to find it. When everyone else quits, they miss out on the opportunity that's just around the corner. They give up right before the breakthrough, right before the success. They let fear, doubt, and exhaustion stop them. But not you. You're different. You know that success doesn't come to those who quit. It comes to those who keep going. No matter what, if you want to achieve your goals,
you have to be willing to stay the course. Even when it's hard, you have to commit to moving forward. Even when the path is unclear, you have to trust in your ability to overcome any obstacle, no matter how big or small. And when the going gets tough, you have to remind yourself that this is the moment that will define you. Will you quit, or will you keep going? The choice is yours. The road to success is rarely straight. It's filled with twists and turns, obstacles and setbacks. But each challenge you face is an opportunity to grow. Each obstacle you overcome makes you stronger. And each time you keep moving forward, when everyone else gives up, you prove to yourself that you are unstoppable. The truth is that most people will never achieve greatness because they give up too soon. They quit when it gets hard. They quit when the world tells them to quit. But the few who make it, the ones who truly succeed, are the ones who refuse to give up. They understand that success is not about avoiding failure. It's about learning to embrace it, to keep moving forward despite it, and to never back down. So the next time you're faced with a challenge, remember that this is your moment. This is the time when you prove to yourself and to the world that you are not like everyone else. This is the time when you keep moving forward, no matter what. When everyone else gives up, you rise. When everyone else quits, you keep pushing. When everyone else walks away, you take another step forward, because you are not defined by how many times you fall. You are defined by how many times you get back up. And if you keep moving forward, if you refuse to give up, you will find that success is not as far away as you think. Keep going, because you are closer than you realize.
Number 10. Transform adversity into strength and rise above it. Adversity is an unavoidable part of life. It comes in many forms: personal challenges, financial struggles, emotional pain, loss, setbacks, and obstacles that seem insurmountable. But here's the thing. Adversity doesn't have to be a roadblock. It doesn't have to be the end of the road. In fact, if you choose to, you can transform adversity into your greatest source of strength and rise above it. It's not the challenges themselves that define us, but how we respond to them. Adversity is the crucible in which we're tested, and how we respond determines whether we are crushed by it or whether we emerge stronger, more resilient, and more determined. Every time life knocks you down, you have a choice to let it break you or to let it build you. The adversity you face doesn't need to leave you in a state of defeat. In fact, the most successful and fulfilled people in the world didn't get to where they are because they were lucky or because life was easy. They got there because they understood the power of transforming adversity into strength. We all face struggles, some bigger than others, some more public than others, but no one is immune. It's easy to look at someone else's life from the outside and think they have it all together. But behind every success story, there's a journey of hardship, of tough choices, and of overcoming challenges. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not that the successful ones don't face adversity. It's that they know how to use it as fuel for their own growth. When adversity strikes, it's tempting to ask, why me? You may feel overwhelmed by the situation. You may even feel like giving up, or that there's no way out. But the key is not to focus on the unfairness of it. It's easy to get caught in a loop of self-pity and frustration, but doing so only keeps you stuck. When you focus on why things are happening to you, you miss out on the opportunity to learn from the experience and turn it into a strength. Instead of asking, why me? Ask yourself, what can I learn from this, and how can I grow stronger from this? Each challenge you face has the potential to make you stronger. The moment you choose to learn from it, to find the lesson hidden in the hardship, you begin to turn the adversity into something empowering. Adversity forces you to step outside of your comfort zone. It pushes you to tap into reserves of strength you never knew you had. When everything is going well, it's easy to stay stagnant, to not push yourself. But when life throws a curveball your way, you're forced to adapt, to rise up, and to find ways to keep moving forward. Take a moment to reflect on the toughest times in your life. What have you learned from them? How did they change you? It's likely that the hardest times in your life also brought the most growth. When we're pushed to the limit, we either break or we become stronger. If we allow ourselves to grow from the experience, we come out the other side with a newfound strength that we never would have discovered
if we hadn't gone through adversity in the first place. The key to transforming adversity into strength is shifting your mindset. Instead of seeing challenges as something to fear or avoid, see them as opportunities. See them as chances to learn, to grow, and to become better than you were before. When you can shift your perspective, you begin to see the potential in even the most difficult circumstances. Every obstacle becomes a stepping stone, every setback a lesson that prepares you for the future. Think of adversity as a weight that you're lifting. The more weight you lift, the stronger you become. But that only happens if you don't quit when the weight feels heavy. If you give up, the weight never gets any lighter, and you never get any stronger. But if you keep going, if you push through the pain and continue lifting, you begin to develop muscles you never knew you had. The same is true with adversity. The more challenges you face and overcome, the stronger you become. You don't become strong by avoiding adversity. You become strong by facing it head on and pushing through it. Sometimes adversity forces you to make tough decisions. You may have to let go of something or someone. You may have to face your own fears, or you may have to fight through feelings of uncertainty and self-doubt. But these decisions, however difficult they may be, are what ultimately shape who you are. They teach you how to stand firm in your beliefs, how to trust yourself, and how to take control of your future. Each decision you make in the face of adversity is a building block of your personal strength. Adversity also teaches you resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from difficult situations, and it's one of the most valuable traits you can develop. When you face hardship, you have two options: to stay down or to get back up. Resilience is about refusing to stay down when life knocks you down. It's about getting up, dusting yourself off, and trying again. Resilient people understand that failure is not the end. It's just a temporary setback. They know that no matter how many times they fall, they will always rise again. Resilience doesn't mean that you won't feel pain, frustration, or sadness. It doesn't mean that you won't experience moments of doubt or struggle. It means that you will keep going, even when things seem impossible. It means that you will not allow yourself to be defined by your circumstances. When you embrace resilience, you understand that adversity is not something to fear, it's something to be conquered. One of the most powerful ways to transform adversity into strength is by focusing on your why. Why are you pushing through the tough times? What is driving you to keep going when it would be easier to give up? Your why is what fuels your determination. It's what keeps you motivated when the road gets rough. When you know why you're doing something, when you have a strong sense of purpose, it becomes easier to rise above the challenges. Your why is your anchor, and it will help you weather the storms of life. Another way to transform adversity into strength is to surround yourself with the right people. It's easy to isolate yourself when times are tough, but isolation only makes things harder. You need people who will support you, who will encourage you to keep going when you feel like giving up. Surround yourself with individuals who believe in your ability to overcome adversity, who remind you of your strength when you forget it. The right people will lift you up, challenge you, and help you stay focused on your goals. In moments of adversity, it's crucial to stay focused on your vision. When everything around you feels uncertain and unpredictable, your vision becomes your compass. It gives you direction and purpose. It reminds you that the struggle you're going through is only temporary, and the reward on the other side is worth every ounce of effort. Keep your vision in front of you, and let it be the driving force that helps you push through. Ultimately, the ability to rise above adversity comes down to mindset. If you see adversity as something that is happening to you, something that is outside of your control, you will feel powerless. But if you see it as something that you can overcome, something that can make you stronger, you take back control. You choose to rise above it. You choose to let it make you better, not bitter. The truth is that adversity is an inevitable part of life, but it doesn't have to define you. What defines you is how you respond to it. You can choose to let adversity break you, or you can choose to transform it into the fuel that propels you forward. You have the power to rise above it, to turn it into your greatest strength, and to become a stronger, more resilient person because of it. The challenges you face today are the building blocks of the person you will become tomorrow. Keep going, keep fighting, and remember that you are stronger than you think.